Here are 10 fascinating Everglades facts. 1. It's not a swamp, it's a river. The Everglades is actually a slow-moving river, about 60 miles wide and 100 miles long, flowing south from Lake Okeechobee. 2. Home to both alligators and crocodiles. It's the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist naturally, thanks to its unique mix of freshwater and saltwater habitats. 3. It hosts over 360 species of birds. The Everglades is a birdwatcher's paradise, with species like herons, egrets, roseate spoonbills, and the endangered wood stork. 4. Invasive species are a major threat. Non-native species like the Burmese python have invaded the Everglades, disrupting the ecosystem and threatening native wildlife. 5. The wet and dry seasons are extreme. The Everglades has a tropical climate with a dramatic difference between the wet season, May to October, and dry season, November to April. 6. It's home to the Florida panther. This critically endangered big cat is only found in southern Florida, and the Everglades is one of its last remaining habitats. 7. It naturally filters water. The Everglades plays a crucial role in cleaning and storing water, helping supply clean drinking water to over 8 million Floridians. 8. Fire helps it thrive. Believe it or not, natural fires are essential to the Everglades. They help clear invasive plants and make way for new growth. 9. It covers 1.5 million acres. Everglades National Park is the third largest national park in the lower 48 states, larger than Yellowstone. 10. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Everglades is recognized as a World Heritage Site, wetland of international importance, and Biosphere Reserve, a rare triple designation. Here are some key Everglades conservation efforts, highlighting how scientists, governments, and communities are working to protect this vital ecosystem. 1. Comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan, CERP, launched, 2000. Goal: restore natural water flow, improve water quality, and revive wildlife habitats. How? Rerouting water, removing levees, and reviving wetlands that were drained or blocked. 2. Water Quality Improvement Project. Stormwater treatment areas, STIs, man-made wetlands that filter excess nutrients, like phosphorus, before water reaches the Everglades. Goal: reduce pollution from agriculture and urban runoff. 3. Invasive species management. Focus: control of Burmese pythons, invasive fish, and plants like melaleuca and Brazilian pepper. Methods: trapping programs, detection dogs, and public reporting hotlines. 4. Endangered species protection. Species helped: Florida panther, wood stork, snailkite, manatee. Actions: habitat preservation, wildlife crossings, and monitoring populations. 5. Ecotourism and public education. Goal: promote conservation through awareness. Efforts: guided tours, educational programs in schools, and interpretive centers to teach visitors about the Everglades' importance. 6. Scientific monitoring and research. Ongoing studies, climate change impact, water flow modeling, and wildlife tracking. Why it matters: data helps guide restoration strategies and assess ecological health. 7. Federal and state collaboration. Agencies involved include National Park Service, NPS, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. South Florida Water Management District. Conservation requires long-term funding, policy support, and coordination across state and federal levels. Lake Okeechobee supports a diverse range of wildlife, from fish and birds to reptiles and amphibians, many of which are key to the Everglades ecosystem and broader Florida biodiversity. Here are some interesting facts about Lake Okeechobee, the heart of Florida's freshwater system and a key player in the Everglades ecosystem. 1. It's the largest freshwater lake in Florida. Also the second largest freshwater lake entirely within the contiguous U.S., after Lake Michigan. Covers about 730 square miles, roughly the size of New York City. 2. It feeds the Everglades. Lake Okeechobee is the primary water source for the Everglades. Historically, water would flow south in a wide, shallow sheet, before canals and levees altered the flow. 3. It's surrounded by the Herbert Hoover Dike. A 143-mile dike was built around the lake after devastating hurricanes in the 1920s. Ongoing repairs and upgrades aim to improve safety and manage flooding. 4. It's a fishing hotspot, known for world-class bass fishing and large populations of catfish, bluegill, and crappie. Hosts major fishing tournaments each year. Rice plant. 5. Agriculture shapes its water. The region around the lake, known as the Everglades Agricultural Area, EAA, is heavily farmed. Runoff from farms contributes to nutrient pollution, sparking algae blooms and affecting downstream ecosystems. Speedboat. 6. It's a boating and recreation hub, popular for boating, kayaking, birdwatching, and airboat rides. The Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail circles the lake and is part of the Florida National Scenic Trail. 7. It's vital for wildlife. Supports fish, birds, reptiles, and aquatic plants. Important stopover for migratory birds and home to species like snail kites and limpkins. Here are some interesting facts about the St. Johns River in Florida, one of the state's most iconic and ecologically important waterways. 1. It flows north. Unlike most rivers in the U.S., the St. Johns River flows north, from central Florida to the Atlantic Ocean near Jacksonville. This happens because the elevation drop is extremely gentle, just about 30 feet over 310 miles. 2. It's Florida's longest river. At approximately 310 miles long, it's the longest river entirely within Florida. It passes through or borders 12 counties. 3. It's a slow-moving river. Locals call it a lazy river due to its slow flow, averaging just 0.3 miles per hour. The river's wide floodplain and marshes contribute to its calm pace. 4. It was sacred to indigenous tribes. Native peoples like the Timucua lived along the river and relied on it for food, transport, and spiritual practices. The river was originally called Wielaka, meaning river of lakes or chain of lakes. 5. It's a habitat powerhouse, home to manatees, alligators, river otters, and hundreds of fish and bird species. The St. Johns River is an important wintering spot for manatees. 6. Major cities were built along it. Cities like Sanford, Palatka, and Jacksonville grew along its banks due to its importance for trade and transportation. 7. It faces pollution challenges. Agricultural runoff, sewage discharge, and development have led to nutrient pollution, causing algae blooms and affecting water quality. Conservation groups actively work to restore and protect its ecosystem. 8. Popular for recreation. Boating, kayaking, birdwatching, and bass fishing are major activities. The St. Johns River Water Management District helps manage public access and water. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment if you would like more content like this.